Good morning. I think I'm live. If someone can actually put on there to say that if this is running or not. So slightly different today. I'm in my home office, so it's a little bit different. I'll try and get rid of this. So who can we see in? So Jay's in, morning, and Shell resells. Let's go. Morning, Shell. Yeah. Hope everyone is doing really well. Don't know what's going on with the iPad at the moment. Right, okay. So like not a lot going on today. Just going to have a little bit of a catch up, a little bit of a chat. I've got a few bits and pieces to do, but nothing major. Hopefully the picture is all okay. Simon, thanks for the increased content lately. Right, let's see if I can put that comment section. Bingo. Yes, I can. That's all good. And top class, sorry, walking. That's fine. That's all good. Right, okie dokie. So what's everyone getting up to today? Is it more of the usual stuff? We got that sourcing. So you may be aware, you may not be aware that I'm actually doing the charity shop challenge at the moment that Tommy Trades has organised, and I've really increased the amount of effort I've put into going to the charity shops. So I've really been getting out and getting on it, and that's actually I've enjoyed it. I have to say, it's quite fun. But it's hard work as well. There's a lot of driving. There's a lot of leg work, and I do find that I'm being super picky on what I want to pick up as well. So, because I know there's some really good challenges as well. So Jake, but let's put on here. It's a charity shop challenge on Instagram or YouTube. It's fundamentally on YouTube. So Tommy Trades, if you haven't followed him, so he's the one who's organising all this at the moment. So the challenge is that we've got a £20 budget. We've got to go out to the charity shops to physically find the most profitable item possibly. So I think he's put quite a lot of information and content on Instagram as well, but fundamentally it's going to be a YouTube, I think a series actually. My first opponent is George's Reselling Shed, and I think I'll make sure I've actually got that right. Yeah, I'm sure someone would actually put in there if that's not right. But so yeah, I'm really trying to actually get the best stuff I possibly can. So yeah, that's the first challenge. So last night I was on the Tech and Sports call, and later in the evening there was a social media call, and I asked the question, and I got some really good feedback, but I'd like some feedback from everyone out there. Do we think the YouTube content with what I deal in, which is clothing, is that a bit dull? Is that a bit boring? My personal opinion is that it probably is. I don't think there's going to be that many people who are going to be get that excited about the clothing side of it. So what I'm considering doing is I'm thinking about actually when I go to the car boot is try to pick up some different items, some non-clothing items. Now, I don't know if that's going to work. I used to be I used to sell everything. I used to be an everything seller. So it used to be, but it's been probably nearly 2 years now since I used to do that. So it's yeah, it kind of scares me a bit. Not so much like the physical, like picking it up. I'm okay with that side of it. It's the whole postage and packing and that side of it. So what does everyone else do? Do like if they like do you have do you find it easy to like pack up all the slightly bigger stuff or the more bulky? Yeah, let me know like kind of like what you think as well. So but yeah, it'd be nice to like to get some input. Who else we got in? Got Scouse Dan in. Morning, morning. How are we all doing? Hope everyone is doing really well. So yeah, like that is something that's definitely like playing on my mind. I want to like see what kind of the content I can actually create, like if I'm picking up other things. Right, so comment section, bingo. So we'd like to see what thing. I understand the advantage of specialising, but if you've already committed to visiting a boot sale, it seems counterintuitive not to pick up other bigs. Yeah, do you know what? I think that's absolutely like spot on. Why is it that I'm literally going to the boot sale and I'm walking past other things that potentially will make me money? I think that's kind of like it's taken me a while to actually work that one out. I love my model. I love the fact that I can pick something up. So the storage of all the clothing is amazing. Like literally goes into the boxes. The picking and packing is dead easy. The postage is like incredibly easy. But I keep moaning. I think in every single video that I put out is like, right, I've got to get outsourcing. Right, I've got to find more stuff. I think I'm leaving things like on the table. So I think it might be something that I need to like really look at. There's probably going to be things I need to like kind of change up a little bit. Definitely my storage system. I'm going to have to look at that side of it. Hopefully like I've got to set another garage, so I'm lucky enough I can actually kind of create some shelving, so I can put that into there. So I've got my main garage, which has got my clothing in there, and then I've got another garage with shoes and overstock at the moment. So definitely something that I'd like to consider. Right, who else have we got in? We've got Secret Carper. Morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, I'm really good. Thank you very much. Life is pretty good at the moment, actually. Sales have been reasonable, actually. Not amazing, not brilliant. I'm definitely not getting rich, but it's ticking over nicely. And yeah, reasonably healthy at the moment. Obviously, that needs to be improved. But I see, kind of James Bolfines. He's like giving himself a new challenge, which is really commendable, and like he's really concentrating on kind of like his health and his well-being, which I definitely like need to like look at more as well. So yeah, but all in all, yeah, like kind of like life is good. Yeah, it's definitely like kind of this is probably someone asked me like, is this the most enjoyable job you've ever had? Yeah, absolutely. It's also the hardest I've ever worked, but it's my baby, so I want to make sure it's actually a success. Who else we got in? So Jamie, Sully's Vintage. Morning, mates. Yeah, morning, buddy. If you don't know, kind of Jamie, hit him up on Instagram. That boy literally has all the knowledge in the world. When it comes certainly on to vintage, like yeah, incredible. So I do appreciate my friendship with Jamie, because he he definitely like gives me like kind of huge amounts of value as well, and like, I really like giving kind of individual for someone so young. Yeah, like really good. I'm so like, thankful. So Jamie, thank you, buddy. And who else we got? Someone else who's got crazy knowledge Arwin, morning, mates. Yeah, like again, if you don't know Arwin as well, Arwin was very, very lucky to actually go over to America to go and see Tekken Sports. Stayed with him and his family, and sounded like literally an amazing experience. Yeah, he's come back and he's absolutely like being a monster. Yeah, he's doing kind of incredibly well. So again, I appreciate Arwin's input as well. We also got in John. Morning, John. Yeah, John's in the group as well. Kind of always get great content as well. Don't think I saw you last night in the call, but all good. Right, what else have we got? Seems to be a few. I'm going to try and keep up with the chat, but if I do muck up, I apologize. Comments, I think it's YouTube channel. I think you're more and more comfortable on the camera. At least this is the impression I get. End of the day, you're a genuinely nice person. And I say, yeah. Now, I think it's all a bit of a facade. I try to pretend I'm a nice guy, but if you speak to most other people, go that old bloke. Ugh. But no, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Geordie Thrifter, good morning. Good morning to you. Hope everyone is all good. Else? Project Games, evening fellow tax dodgers. Yeah, what do we do? We do this to get away from not paying taxes, which is clearly not the case. I've had that being said, I've had a few kind of messages on videos recently. I think I just put one out actually to say that how do you do your accounts? How do you send all off to HMRC? It's probably the one thing that I'm lacking in my business is that I don't take control of that side of it. I basically I farm that out to an accountant. So now that I'm limited company, VAT registered, I've got corporation tax, I've got personal tax, I've got payroll. There's so much. It really is. I've got to do my VAT returns every 3 months. It's just for me, I should. I think it's Hunley. So she sells car parts. I'm really impressed with the way that if you haven't seen her and Sam's podcast, that's a masterclass. And they definitely know how. They know business. But for me, I do need to learn it, the ins and outs of it, definitely. But currently, yeah, I'm just using a company. I use Bofix. All right, so we've got that. Jay, are you still listening 20 a day? That's a great question. And no, I'm not. The simple fact is that I was getting really to the point where I was going out and trying to physically get those items to flip the same day, and no draft bank, which was just causing me so many issues. I think mentally it was kind of just ruining me. So at the time there was me, Luke, so that's Waters Clobber, and James, so Bold Finds. We all kind of decided to go up from 12 to 20. And I still think that it's very doable. I honestly do. But it probably with the summer slowdown and kind of what I'm doing, I've decided that actually it's not the right thing. So what I want to do is actually reduce the amount of listings, but to try and still put in maximum effort to actually make sure that I get build a draft bank. So if I can actually list 15, so that's what I'm looking for, 15 a day, but put 5 in the draft bank each day, that will mean that in hopefully, fingers crossed, couple or 2-3 months time, when we're in Q3, nearly into Q4, at that point, I would have bolstered up my draft bank. I would have actually had a good amount of items. And then if I need to, if I want to, I can then increase the listings again. So that's kind of my plan on it. I don't mind admitting that if I kind of like say I'm going to do something, I will make sure that I do that. And if I have to go back on it, deep down in my heart, I kind of feel a little bit of a failure, which is probably a bit daft. But I need to like do what is right for the business. So no, to answer your question, I've gone down now, so I'm at 15 a day. So it's 15 days, 7 days a week, and so far been doing it for I think day 4 seems to be like slightly better. Got a few in the draft bank, which I'm looking to try and increase, but yeah. All right, who else we got in? John. Good on James for putting his health first. Absolutely, yeah. I quite agree, and that's definitely something that I know. Me and James have kind of had lots of conversations about this, but it's something I still kind of struggle with. There's things that I'm kind of like fundamentally still failing in the business, which part of the business is me and my health. So I definitely need to look at that a bit more. But yeah, well done for James. And if you didn't know, James is planning on doing the London Marathon next year. So yeah, he's got like something to like really work towards as well. So not just the health, but he's got a challenge coming up as well. Right, next we've got Jamie. Better see you at 4:30. So yeah, Jamie runs a call for men's clothing in the Tech and Sports group. So that's Friday at 4:30. My only, dare I say, like kind of like that. There's me trying to like get my my excuses in. Jamie is that I'm working in the charity shop today. So and sometimes it's a little bit hard when I'm the only one in working, or if like there's only a couple of like volunteers, it's a little bit hard to get away. But yeah, it's always crazy knowledge. So yeah, definitely I will like do my best to like to get into that. Bold find, James. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Shell Resells. If you didn't know, Michelle, Shell Resells, or also known as Fox Black, has been nominated for the eBay Awards. So if you've not done it, or if you think, you definitely need to like go and like give her a vote. So she's very, very deserving. So like, please like go and give her a vote. There's a few other people in the group as well. Just seeing who else is in. So yeah, like kind of like Michelle, like Fox Black. So yeah, definitely give her a follow. And the kind of like that boss lady, She Sell Car Parts UK, Hunley. Good morning, Hunley. How are you doing? I did catch your podcast the other day. Like incredible, like absolutely incredible. I'm so like kind of like impressed. And I have to say there was a few of us. We all kind of joined Tech and Sports group pretty much at the same time, I think it was. So it was me, I think James was just before me, Hunley, I think Michelle started a little bit later, I think, Luke Waters Clobber. So we're all kind of like that similar kind of time frame. Without a doubt, kind of Hunley is absolutely a monster in it. If you ever like see her on Instagram, like have a check her out. Like kind of like, even I'm like as much as I love seeing kind of the positivity, I love like seeing how other people think. Sometimes it makes me feel like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm literally like kind of like playing at this game. So she's incredible. So like Hunley, again, I appreciate your friendship as well. And talking about friendship, my guy, what's up, Mr. Marketeer? Luke Waters Clobber. Buddy, yeah, like we've had lots of conversations recently about kind of like the business, and I think like Luke, I'm sure you won't mind me saying that, has kind of like the realization is that yes, like business like fundamentally comes first, but you've got to also look at like your well-being, your health, building relationships, like kind of like looking after the ones who are near and dear and your loved ones as well. So yeah, like kind of like a great guy. And like obviously like James and Luke do their bold clobber every Tuesday morning, which honestly that is a masterclass. So I'm always absolutely amazed at that. How are we doing on kind of right? Okay, we've got quite a lot of, I think. John, well done on the hard work with the channel. You're banging out the videos. Yeah, John, I am trying. I'm as much as I kind of like. I wanted to grow my other channel, which was like my travel channel, and I still believe at some point I will do that. I've got the opportunity that I'm kind of enjoying what I'm doing now, and I'm so. Apologies now if like kind of the edits are not brilliant, if I'm in an R in and all that side of it. I'm doing it because I'm trying to put out more content, but I'm trying to not worry too much about kind of spending hours on editing that side of it. So if I can try and get, I suppose, like quantity over quality, but we will see. Like kind of like, I suppose the more you do, like the more comfortable you get as well. But John, I appreciate that. Project games, people are just too late to find out for themselves. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube. Yeah, there absolutely is. Like, that's another thing. Like, kind of like I get messages about on a regular basis. Do you think it's like kind of wise to join tech and sports like group? And I would always say to people, look, it's not for everyone. It really isn't. What I've kind of like got from the group personally is that definitely the camaraderie. I've met some like-minded like individuals that I now would class as lifelong friends, and that sounds like kind of a little bit like cliche, but I genuinely have. I know that there are kind of like people within kind of like my circle of group now that if I called them up and say, look, I've got some real issues, like they would jump in a car, they would come and like physically help out. And I have to say, they've all come from the group. I think originally the group was very much geared towards America. And was there as much value for us in the UK? Maybe not. No, not vast amounts. But then kind of we've got the UK call, which I think is like, it's so good, like because it's very specific to how we work in the UK as well. So I absolutely think there's something. I try to use the group as much as I possibly can, but there's so much content. There's so much information out there. And the one thing I would always say is before you jump in, just start watching some of like text like videos. Like they're all free. You go on to like on a YouTube and you can sit there. If you think that's a good fit for you, then obviously like definitely like kind of get involved. And everyone within the group is like they're super helpful. I always like if I have any issues, if I ping out a message, I'm getting it back within a few minutes. So even to like to the extent of tech, actually, like if I message tech, I know for a fact he would message me back unless he's like fast asleep, which is that man like literally doesn't sleep. So, but if he's awake, he will like message me like back within like a couple of minutes. And this guy does not need to. So yeah, I'm incredibly like thankful like with that. But everyone is like to that thing. Not everyone wants kind of like is striving for the big money. Lots of people that I see like are after a nice work balance, which is like that's amazing. I think the group is more designed for people who are trying to strive to push themselves to create something which is bigger than just a kind of a nice home life balance. But that's for me. What we got here, comments from Bingo. Best leaving the side to the expert as you do. That's someone who is self-employed in another field. It'd be awfully messy if you let ego get in the way. Yeah, absolutely. Like ego is like kind of like definitely a big thing. So, but hey, and Michelle, very, very good point. Speaking of taxes, payment due in the next few days. So that is that's for your personal tax, and I think you've got until the end of July for it's the payment on account, which seems like an absolute, like, kind of like, without getting into it, I think, unfortunately, the HMRC, the government, it's another way of actually getting money out of us. So, but yeah, if you haven't like paid your tax, if you've literally got a few days. I actually paid mine last week, I think it was. It was just something that I just wanted to get sorted. So yeah, I'm thankfully all up to date. Michelle, I hope you're all up to date as well. Now you've actually put that. Right, Secret Carper. Duplo Lego was great for me, as we take one picture of a box for Duplo and say you get 1 kilo mix from the box, pick up every week. Booties, endless listing with little effort. Yeah, that's definitely something I really want to like start picking up stuff that is minimum effort but maximum return. I don't particularly want to like start picking up things that have got loads of bits. For example, if it's like a board game, what I'm thinking about, like a board game of life, something like that, which got like loads. You need to like make sure that everything's got all the bits in there. That doesn't really appeal to me. But like if I can pick up something that's fairly straightforward, like maybe like a camera. I've done like well previously with things like digital cameras and like 35mm cameras, stuff like that. I think that's definitely something to consider. I know James kind of like likes the smaller items like that, so I won't try and kind of tread on his feet, but that might be something. But yeah, like the Duplo, yeah, it's a great call thing. Target's a good motivator, but you shouldn't be tied to them. I'm sure you could list 30 items a day easily. Doesn't mean you should. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You need to like be conscious of your business. Just because like we can do something doesn't mean we should. So yeah, definitely, like kind of like I wholeheartedly agree with that. Right, so nothing wrong with going down. I went 50 to 100, now back to 50. Yeah, I think Matt does media, so yeah, you can like I think when we, because I think at one point I was at 25, then like changed the model completely, went down to 12, and stayed for that for a good 6 months, I think it was. And I think at the time that was the sweet spot. That was like I started to actually have a lot of I had a lot of, I wouldn't say spare time, but my time was like that at that point. That's when I was going to the gym and I had like an amazing schedule. But that was when I was like pretty much doing the vintage 100%. So it's and so my model has yet again changed. So yes, I am absolutely still doing the Vinted, and I think Vinted is an incredible platform for getting stock. I know Jamie will absolutely like destroy me for this, but my opinion is that yes, it is amazing, but I think physically cost of goods. I think like for me personally a bit too high. So cost of goods of like, I think when I was like doing the Vinted, on my average cost of goods was working out about it was £11.41 every item. And when I was like doing 20 a day, that was some serious amounts of money. And while the kind of the sales were coming, they weren't coming fast enough. So I have like kind of like deviated and I've gone back a bit. So yes, I'm still doing the Vinted side of it. So still doing the pickups, but also incorporating the boot sales. And that's where I think you can get like the best value stock, but also the charity shops and all that side of it. I'm absolutely trying my best to like and like bring down the cost. And this month I'm running at £5.18 cost of goods per item. That's half. So for me, it's a massive like thing. It's a weighing up the pros and cons. If you're paying all this extra money on Vinted, you need to be making sure you're picking up stuff that's gonna like make you like a good amount of money, because like it's costing you so much and you're tying all this money up. You need to be making sure A, it sells fast, and B, it's going to sell for like a good amount of money. So yeah, wasn't quite working how I was hoping it was going to work, but that's not to say that I'm not going to go back to it. I think being a business owner, like running kind of like your own like little company, you need to like be reactive. You need to like make sure that did I say like you need to be proactive? You need to like be ahead of like kind of the curve, and if you can see problems, you need to deal with them, and that's what I'm trying to do. All right, another one. Read you, Stephen Neal. Hi, Simon. Just want to thank you. I learned how to take photos with a ruler and how to measure. Did the same, and I sold one shirt. Get in. That next thing you'll be like saying that you're going to like store your items on racks and use Lidl boxes, which that's a game changer. Like no, like free boxes. Like all you lot buying your boxes from kind of like eBay and Amazon. Nah, I can like get them free from Lidl. But appreciate that. It's always nice to hear that. Michelle, yes. Does that mean you've actually paid your tax and like you're all good and you're sitting pretty? Hopefully. I'm going to call Michelle out as well. I'm waiting for the next video on. So Michelle's actually got a channel about van life. Her and her husband Warren are currently converting a van. I can't for the life of me what type of van. I want to say like a Sprinter van, I think it is. But literally, that for me, I love that. I think that is such a cool idea. And yeah, she's the last video she put out was about painting the van. Looks like it's doing like really well. People are like kind of liking the content. So yeah, if you haven't. Like Michelle, like put it in the chat, kind of like what your channel is, because we'll see if we can get you some more people to watch, because yeah, that's amazing. But we did the job because we enjoyed it. If we push ourselves too much, the enjoyment goes. Yeah, I think that is. If you spoke to my wife, she would probably say that I kind of do push myself too much. And it is the bit I do struggle with. I wouldn't say like a control freak, but yeah, maybe like a little bit of a workaholic. But I still honestly like kind of like, yes, I put all these hours. I put a video out about kind of like working 15 hours a day on my business, which is not uncommon, which is an awful thing to say, because it like does impact on my lovely wife and family and all that side of it. But I do kind of like, I still enjoy it. I think I enjoy the hustle. I enjoy the actual. I enjoy kind of like the work. So for me, yes, it is work. And I've always kind of like, in regards to like kind of things like targets and that side of it, I've worked in, previous to this, I was in sales for 25 years. So that was like majority was in car sales, and then like kitchen design sales. So I've been like target driven for like a long time. So if you, it's very straightforward. Okay, if you don't sell, if you don't do like a good job, guess what? You don't get paid. Like, because I was commission based. It's as simple as that. So that's kind of just transferred straight into this business. The more effort you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And that's how I feel anyway. So I find a little bit kind of like a bit of a struggle not to actually like kind of to slow down. But I do, and I was lucky enough. Like last year, we went over to America, like for a 12-day holiday over to the States, which I absolutely loved, and I do love traveling, I have to say. Sorry about that. Shell. Oh geez, yeah, absolutely. Oh geez, and Hunley as well, the originals. Yeah, it was like kind of like. And James, old Zoom chats hit hard. Yeah, honestly, I remember vividly like the the conversations of like kind of like, oh, can you imagine if we get up to like kind of like £15,000 90 day, or like, oh god, that we'll make it if we hit that. And yeah, I think all of our aspirations, and I think back then it was like the physical hunt for stock as well was like amazing. Like it was so enjoyable. And now I have to say that that's probably, it's not the least enjoyable, but it's the kind of the bit that actually like does the biggest amount of so the biggest challenge in my opinion anyway. Right, Project Games, she's her cop-outs, new blood taking over, I'm afraid. Me, Arwin, Kaylee, yeah, oh my words, like some big like names there as well. Honestly, I think that I love that we've got like kind of like new people coming in as well. As I say, like I get so much like that. I haven't like spoken about Kaylee. Kaylee's like phenomenal as well. She does like a lot more. She's also in the group as well. She, God, yeah, that girl. She's a mum as well, and again, like same with like Hunley as well, and Michelle, all mums. Which I'm gonna say it that us guys, we're like kind of like quite selfish. All we've got to like think about is us and our businesses, and then we have to like regret that we don't like spend as much time with the families. But being a mum is such like kind of like it's a phenomenal thing. I was like very lucky that my wife kind of like spent a good amount of time when the children were growing up, and dad just went out to work, but it's that the dynamic of being a mum and doing this and being a boss and running a business, like absolutely incredible. So hats off without a doubt. So yeah, well done. Jordan says, can you have another Toby Carvery video though, please? That was a joke. However, it seems to do like kind of have done really well. That might be something that I kind of like move over onto my other channel. So doing some more like Toby Carveries and things. I think it's James, Luke, and Jamie's favourite restaurant, Toby Carvery. So yeah, maybe, you never know. Project Games UK, domination of the group. I'm here for it. Yeah, that's it. But sometimes I do kind of like try to reel myself back, because sometimes I think I come across as a bit of a dick. But yeah, I love pushing. I love kind of like hustling. That's I think just in me. Tom and Sam are the best. Yeah, I agree. Your words go there. Now the banter starts. Not in the same area. What else we got? Scouse down. I wish I went condom games to the close. Have to check sold on them bad boys are actually decent sell-through rates. But maybe. So, there was I think I'm trying to remember who actually mentioned it like quite some time ago. I think it was Becca mentioned about that, how she managed to pick up a load of leather gear, kind of like bondage and like clothing and all this side of it. That makes some bonkers money. So maybe I'll go into the specialist model. Maybe not. Easy store, easy send. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. That'd be great. Here we go. Michelle, that this her channel, so Rags to Pitches. So definitely check her out. That's an amazing channel. So like, yeah, I'm really thinking. So when is the next one coming out, Michelle? I am going to call you out. So yeah, I'll be ready to tune in. James, 30-day returns on them, Dan, for the condoms. But I think I've just been a little bit sick. Scatham, please say the new ones. I hope so. Now this is taking a turn. I'm not sure if I'm loving this, but hey. So many of us that come from sales background, targets of life. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure. That being said, I'm not sure. Honey, I think yeah, social media and that side of it. I'm not sure if like Hunley did that. Let me know, like Hunley, like did you have like a sales background as well? But yeah, I agree. I think kind of like the people who seem to be thriving in this environment are definitely like ones who have a background in sales. Scott, I have Hunter customer saying guarantee all money back. Good. John, so many great people in the group. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think if you look at anyone in the game, the ones who are really killing it are in the group. Like it's incredible. Scarce Dan, I mean, depends if the type of stuff like eBay says we need to give what the customer wants. It's all about top customer service. Yep, I agree. Replenishables. Oh, yeah, true. That Michelle, like that is so good. Yes, I'm so pleased that hopefully that we'll be able to see that kind of like this evening. I'll be looking forward to that. So, what have I got planned for the weekend? So definitely like boot sale Saturday, and then potentially 2 on Sunday. I think I'm going to try and do as much kind of videoing, and I'm going to like probably test out picking up other things as well. So if I can see if I can think, maybe I'll put kind of. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a go at actually like putting it all together, but I do need to actually get the storage of it sorted as well, because my second garage is a bit of a nightmare at the moment. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that, Michelle. Yeah, that'll be really good. John, I was in sales for 20 years. Yeah, it kind of like makes absolute sense. I think kind of the majority of it. Do you know what? Benji in the group, I'd love to know like if he came for that. He's only young as well, though, isn't he? Jamie, I know that like he didn't have a background because he basically come from school. So I think Jamie is Jamie 20 yet? So not sure. He's 19 or 20, about to be 20, I think. So no, he literally went into that. Hunley, no, it's corporate hospitality, which fundamentally that's all about, like kind of like customer service. If you've got background in customer service, looking after your customers, what's tech say? If you look after your customers, they will, like the money will come. And I do like absolutely, I can believe that as well. Matt, Project Games or store manager for Trespass, currently cost a supervisor. Yeah, like again, like that comes into like kind of like management background, and also like the kind of customer focus, customer like like definitely like there's a lot to be said for kind of having a background in other things. So yeah. There is I think a meetup up in Milton Keynes on Saturday. I'm half tempted to physically to push myself to go up to it. I suppose it depends on how I get on at the car boot. If I get a good amount of stuff, and it means that if I go up, so like for me, like so I'm based in the southeast, and it's probably about 2-hour drive, which is not when you listen to Tech like going on about how far he drives just to go to a flea market or a thrift shop or thing. He will travel like 4 or 5 hours like just to go there. So it's me thinking like 2 hours. Yeah, I am considering it, and I've had like quite a few like conversations with Luke about the whole meeting people face to face. I'm, if you didn't know, I'm quite a social person. I like to see people in the flesh. Granted, I also like to have a couple of drinks. I like to kind of let my hair down, but I need to make sure that I've got the business set up to like be able to like let me cope. But yeah, it'd be nice if I can actually like come up there and meet a few people. I love meeting people. That's probably why I enjoyed like sales for so long. the actual product, because I sold like pretty much like cars like most of my career, and yes, I didn't mind cars, but for me, I kind of preferred like kind of their interaction with like customers. I was a nightmare. I always used to get told off like for like talking too long and like just think. But I like to try and if I can like build a connection, because I'm a firm believer that if someone actually like likes you, they're more likely to like buy from you. So that's how I work it. Skestan, have you ever been to Liverpool car booths? Dan, I'm embarrassed to say I've never been to Liverpool, which is shocking because it's definitely somewhere like I absolutely want to go to, and it is somewhere where like, I would like to visit. There's so many more places like in the UK, like in kind of like Great Britain, like Scotland, Wales. I want to do more like traveling. So I love that, and if I could like do the van life thing as well, I'd love to do that. I really would. So yeah, definitely, I'd like to like come up, and I'd like to come up to there, go up to Manchester, go up to. I'd like to go all the way up to Scotland as well. I am definitely not going to do like kind of George Ross and like jump on a plane to like go to a charity shop though, but quite enjoyable video. Quite enjoyed that. So yeah. Excellent stream. Thanks for a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Oh yeah, thank you, Bingo. Appreciate that. Comes with hating customers. yeah. I think I hated management more than I hated customers, to be honest. Have you decided what you're doing in the space at the bottom of your garden? Maybe a garden room in the house is the business in. Yeah, that's a great question, and it's something that I'm at DEFCON 4 when it comes to like my my shed, not just for the business, because I think the business honestly doesn't particularly need it. However, I think this room, I'm really lucky that I've got this set up in this room. I've got my photo station, I've got my desktop, I've got my kind of like thing. So I've got everything in here that I need to like run my business. Storage, I've got that sorted, which is off-site and it's in garages. So I don't particularly need like a garden room, but like the issue is that my sheds at the moment are falling to bits. So I've got some like garden tools and a few bits and pieces in there. So the idea, what I would like to do is to build a whacking great outhouse that I will transfer this room into that. So I have all my computer, I have like my photo set up as well. I don't think I'd like to do storage in there, maybe, but I'd actually probably more like use it as a kind of a space to like a chill out space, or kind of like somewhere that we can like utilize it as a summer house and all that kind of stuff. So that's the idea. It's money. Like I'm not going to be spending like 15-20 grand on it. It's just not going to happen. So if I do it, I will probably like kind of look to like do most of it myself, with help of like friends and like carpenters and people who know how to do it. But yeah, like that definitely needs to be like kind of like organized. And the idea is actually to get this room back, because this used to be the lovely wife's, this used to be her TV room. So we'll see. I'm not sure about that one. Michelle, Simon, come do it. Will be fun. Yeah, possibly. It really does depend. Depends on if I've actually got if I've got the stock to do it, then I will. But if not, then hey, if I've got to pay the same as George. True. Yeah. I've not broached the subject of actually endorsements and things like that yet. Hopefully, as I grow the YouTube channel, I might get a few nominations. I'm thinking I like tech, so people like Apple want to sponsor me, if kind of like thing. I also like beer. I like food. What else do I like? Yeah, to be fair, okay, like I don't mind admitting, okay, like I have very little morals when it comes to actually being given free stuff. I'll take it. Don't bother me. John, be very aware of that back and potentially increase the value of your home. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely something that I need to do without a doubt. What I don't want to do is actually be in a position the actual shit falls down and I can't actually use it. So yeah, definitely. Supercar, a house I'm moving to has 2 double garages going to convert either. Oh my god, that is the dream without a doubt. I was lucky enough. I went down to a friend's house that I haven't seen for a long time. It was such a nice weekend. It was the wife's kind of birthday weekend, so like we made a nice like evening of it. But they've got a nice size house, and they've got a ginormous garage. Like I think it was used as like a physical car garage with like a lift, and this thing is like ginormous. I was like, just looked at it, I go like, oh my god, that would absolutely like kind of like change my business. Well, it wouldn't change it, but the potential would be like incredible. Like having everything on site. So honestly, I think that is incredible. Like I love the idea of actually having like a double garage, like converting it. You can have everything all in like one space. And when you actually need to, like literally, you can like just go and you can physically go in the house, and yeah, no, love it. See if the shed place is sponsored with the shed. Oh my god, what a genius idea! That may have paid for like kind of for like that comment could well have actually changed my life. Yeah, love that. Scarce that time. Don't want little companies. Get straight for Apple sponsor. Yeah, might be a little bit over the top actually, but yeah, that's it. Was James apple and beer? Don't want much, Si. Well, you got to aim high. So you're saying like beer is too much, but I should be all right with apple. Yeah, we'll see. Forget the thermal printers all about Apple Macs. Yeah. Have you, honestly, God, have you seen how much like the Apple products are? It's bonkers. But we still buy them. I'm 100%. I'm well into like the Apple like architecture. Like, so I've got a Mac Mini that I run. Apple like kind of phones, iPads, all that side of it. So I've got literally everything. So yeah, it's yeah, but they're bonkers expensive. All under one roof is going to be heaven. Honestly, like kind of like that I think is the dream for like pretty much all of us. And it may well be the most like cost of it if you're looking to like to move and you can actually like physically like find a property that you can incorporate the business into it as well. I think that's genius. I really do. I think that's like without a doubt the best option. Only issue with site storage is you're limited to the size you want to grow big. Yeah, I suppose that it depends on like A, what you're selling, and B, if you're how big you want to get. If you want to grow your store to like if you're doing kind of clothing and you suddenly want a 50,000 kind of like item store, you need a blooming great warehouse. If you want to like stick with like under like a couple of thousand items, you can stick with like just a shed. Like you don't need everything. So but yeah, all under one roof, John. Like, yeah, I agree. I think that's kind of like that's a genius if we can do that. Or I think it's Michelle. She's actually got a physical warehouse. I think she put out on her channel, on a reselling channel, that done a tour of it, and it's big. So it's a big size kind of like unit. But do we ever? Could you grow out of it? Probably. Yeah, probably could. Fit a lot of clothing in 2 garages. Yeah, you absolutely can. I think I can probably quite comfortably 2,500 in each garage, I reckon. Maybe a bit less, a couple of thousand. So like, yeah, definitely it's worth considering that. Like Ross shed is tiny. Yeah. That. So like kind of my size that I'm hoping to actually like kind of like the shed wise for me is probably about 10 meter by 3 meter in that kind of like configuration. Maybe not think so. Like I'll probably do like, I don't know, 8 by 4.5. So like I think there's rules about kind of like how big you can go without planning permission. I mean it's 30 meters squared you can like physically go to. So for me, like I want to like maximum. I want the biggest space possible I can. I'm fortunate that I've got a reasonably wide garden. It's not the longest, probably about 80 yards. But bear one moment.
Do a text message.
So that was my lovely son offering me a drink, bless him. So like it was his birthday yesterday as well. So he was like 23 years old. How have I got a 23-year-old son? Mad. Lisa, Shell's warehouse is amazing. Yeah, I agree. Like kind of like it is. I think it's got like big roller blinds. So yeah, incredible. It's not a shed. It's outhouse. Sorry, it's not a shed. It's outdoor house. What was it? 14K. My guy paid for it. What? Yeah, it's a chunk. Thanks for your reminder. Paid my bill. Well done, James. Yeah, like that's amazing. Right, looks like I've got a drink. Thank you, Dave. Bit parched. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, so like if just to reiterate, like if you haven't paid your tax bill, definitely needs to be done by the end of this month, so end of July. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, you'd have to change models. ASP hire versus sell through. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Happy birthday, Simon's kid. So that's so his name's Toby. So yeah, God bless him. Will chat. I just joined. Do I need to pop round and measure up? Now, this is the man that like he's my go-to man when it comes to like anything construction wise, and so yeah, Will is an incredibly talented landscape gardener, jack of all trades. So yeah, and we definitely need like a catch up as well. So yeah, at some point, I think we definitely do need to like we need to like kind of maybe like have a little get together and maybe a couple of drinks and discuss it. Matt, I'll send you a text. So yeah, definitely we'll have a look at it. Do a fun thing. No, we're not going to do a GoFundMe. Like, and that feels like look, I don't mind asking companies like Apple thing, but there's no way I'm actually going to think that. I think I saw a YouTuber like the other day, like kind of like asking for money, like buy me a coffee, but yeah, no, I don't like doing stuff like that. But hey, cool, nearly blushed then. Yeah, whatever. Right, okay. We have been going, surprisingly, we've been going for 58 minutes. So, yeah, I'm probably going to start winding it up now because I need to like get out. I'm off to my charity shop. I'm going to I volunteer for a few hours on a Friday afternoon, so I'm going to like go and help them out. So I normally get the jobs of kind of like the heavy lifting, and so if you don't like kind of like do this, I think it does help because like if you buy from charity shops and you start building up relationships, as long as they are well aware of what you do, I don't think there's any issue with actually volunteering, helping as well. So the majority of like the volunteers in most charity shops, like I'm sure they are a lot older generation. These are people retired and things. So the actual and working in a charity shop, if you've never done it, if you've never volunteered, like it's hard work. It's really, really heavy work. So I don't mind trying to actually help a little bit. So I'm normally the one that actually gets like lift big boxes, take the rag out to like the warehouse, and like so. Yeah, it's difficult. So that's what I do. I try and kind of like do that. I get a few perks. So absolutely, I don't mind admitting that. But yeah, it's definitely like something that I also enjoy as well. So I do that. I go onto the tills. I have a bit of banter with the kind of like the customers. Again, comes back to like me interacting with other people. I like the physical, like the face to face. It feels weird me being on my own, like kind of like just talking to like a computer screen. Feels a bit strange, but like. I appreciate everyone's kind of input. I love all the questions. I'm really enjoying it. Matt, keep up the good content, dude. You'll be at 2,000 very soon. Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm getting close now. I'm kind of like 1,900 and something. So yeah, like kind of like I'm just again trying to actually do the very best I possibly can. Hence why kind of like I may like try and start doing some more everything stuff. I will kind of like try and film that to try and give other people a little bit more kind of a little bit more content, I think. So yeah. James, 58 minutes, good time, so I'm told. Thank you, appreciate that. Is your charity shop struggling with rag prices at the moment? Absolutely. Yeah, it definitely is. Like rags are awful at the moment. I think so. I'm still going out to charity shops, and a little bit of a hack now. I don't mind admitting. Every time I'm going into a charity shop, I'm trying to talk to the manager about their physical rag, because a lot of them are getting like as little as 25 pence per kilo. It's horrendous. So it's the values are going down. So I'm having a conversation to say, look, okay, is there any way I can help you out with? I will go and have a look through your rag. If there's anything in there that I feel is good enough for me personally in my business, I will pay you £1 per item. Some people are not liking the idea of like, oh, you're not insured to go in the back, and that's absolutely fine. If you don't ask, you won't get. But I've also like got a few people who actually were saying, do you know what? Yeah, that is something that we consider. I'll tell you what, like, come back next week and yeah, come and have a look, see what we've got. We'll put some stuff away for you. So it's definitely worth like kind of like physically doing it. So that's my little hack of the day. So let's go. Yeah, I actually need to do something productive. It's 11 on Friday. I'm still not dressed. Check the guys later. Nice stream thing. Dan, yeah, really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm 100% exactly the same. I need to like get on as well. So I appreciate that. Last one. Matt, keep doing what you're doing. Don't change for people. You feel a reflection of you and your personality. It's your business, not theirs. Yeah, appreciate that. But I am trying to like kind of like get to a slightly wider audience, not just like the core people. Right, that is it. Thank you. Okay, I genuinely mean it, and I honestly like appreciate sort of like I feel incredibly honoured that anyone like would even like listen to my ramblings. I'm so amazed that people kind of like send me messages, and I would say 99% of them are like, they're so nice, like, and like the kind of the comments that I get. So I appreciate it. Now I'm waffling. Okay, I'm absolutely going to get out of it. Right, have a great rest of the day. Okay, and I'll catch you on the next one.